guys, Autofanatic here. I'm going to do a review of a new tool that I just picked up. A buddy of mine off YouTube recommended that I pick up a Nitro Cat 1375 XL pneumatic impact wrench. Now, on my table here, I'm going to show you some of the tools. And like I said, you don't need to be a mechanic to need any of this stuff, but if you're going to do even a simple winter to summer tire swap, or you're going to do a rotation, I really highly suggest you invest in a pneumatic impact gun, some impact sockets, and a good torque wrench, and just get it done yourself. Don't rely on someone else. I mean, the old-fashioned way, not really the old-fashioned way, but you can use a breaker bar like I show you here. You know, we have half-inch breaker bars, one with a swivel. But you're going to kill yourself. By the time you're done with all four wheels, you're going to be exhausted. The impact gun that I've been using for well over 10 years has been the Ingersol Rand Titanium series. This is model number 2135 Ti Max. And to be honest with you, I bought this because it was a lighter impact gun from my original impact gun that I have on the right of me. And when you're working with this kind of a tool for hours, you know, in and out, and you're trying to get into tight spaces, having a good lightweight ergonomic tool is like a home run. Now, back 10 plus years ago, nobody really made a compact, lightweight pneumatic impact gun that actually had a lot of torque to undo rusty bolts and whatnot. But things have changed with technology, and this is using a very, very interesting design. And I'm going to do a compare and contrast on all of these here, and then I'm going to do a demo on my GT350, because that has lug nuts that are about 150 foot-pounds, and you know, most conventional impact guns have a hard time with that, including the cordless electric ones. These are great to have, you know, on the road and in a pinch, but these don't have enough torque unless you get a really good one for about 800 bucks. And these are very, very heavy, so you do get some user fatigue from using these. But my original impact gun is here. This is from Japan, and I've used this thing, God, since like 1990, and it still works. I still use it every now and then. It's kept in my drawer as a backup. And then this one here, the Ingersol, they rate this about a little over 4 pounds, and the Nitro Cat is even lighter than that. This is like a joke holding this in my hand, I'm going to be honest with you. And for someone that has wrist issues and wants to have good mobility, I think if this thing has the torque and the juice, this is the way to go. I actually picked this thing up for 154 bucks on Amazon. You can't beat it. These are about 300, and like I said, all of my air tools that I own are Ingersol or Dynabrade. I don't buy any of the import stuff from Astro or any of these other brands, so this is going to be my very, very first attempt at trying out a imported brand. This is made in Taiwan. It feels really nice. You have your controls back here, to switch it, and overall it feels really good in the hands. And I'm going to put it on a scale in a minute. Let me just clear this stuff off, and I'm going to show you guys the different weights of all of these tools. And it is a significant factor for user fatigue, getting wrist issues or anything like that, especially if you're using the tools a lot like I do. If you're using it on occasion, any of this stuff will get you by. But I use the tools a lot, and I do all sorts of stuff, and I'm always looking for a lighter, more powerful alternative. And like I said, this is pretty much half the price of the Ingersol. Is it going to give me the same results? I don't know. We're going to turn on the compressor in a few minutes, and we're going to see. So let me just clear this off, and I'm going to show you guys the weights. All right, guys, we're back. I have my scale on the table. We're going to start from the cordless electric one, and we're going to see what this guy weighs. This only has a 5-pound capacity. This exceeds that. I believe this is about 6.5 or almost 7 pounds. This sucker's pretty heavy. Let's put my original one. Same thing here. This is about 6.5, 7 pounds. The Ingersol Rand, the one that I've been using for over 10 years, comes in at 4 pounds and 2.4 ounces. 4 pounds, 2.4 ounces. And this is pretty light. So this is almost half the weight of the old school impact guns and the cordless impact guns. Now let's put on the Nitro Cat. This is coming in at 3 pounds, 2.2 ounces. So this is about a good 1 pound lighter than the Ingersol. And believe it or not, just holding them side by side in your hand, it is substantially noticeable. I mean, I could maneuver this thing around like, you know, nobody's business. It actually feels like you're holding a handgun, you know, without the magazine in it. But this is pretty damn light. So I'm going to go over to the car. We're going to move the camera around. And I'm going to see how this thing does as far as power goes. But if it works, man, I think you guys maybe should pick one of these things up. And like I said, you don't have to go crazy with a compressor. You could get something, you know, cheap, as long as it's got the proper CFM and volume, and it fits into your garage. It's definitely the way to go. So let's move the camera around. We're going to get this demo going for you. All right, guys, we're back. We're going to first show you the cordless. And this is at full charge. You can't even get the lug nuts off. You know, this particular one. They do have ones that can get these lug nuts off, but they're very, very expensive, and a lot of guys aren't going to go spend $1,000 or $800 from a Snap-on or the top-of-the-line Milwaukee. We're going to get the Ingersol out. This has been my impact gun for years. Got to set it maximum torque. Okay, like nothing. This thing has just served its purpose day in and day out for years. It's got plenty of torque, no complaints whatsoever, and it just took it, you know, with a quick depress of the trigger. Let's try the Nitro Cat. All right, guys, here's the Nitro Cat. First thing, it is extremely quiet. Really low vibration. This is maximum torque in reverse. Maximum in forward. I mean, it feels pretty good in my hands, I'm going to be honest with you. Let's see. Okay, you guys probably picked that up. It did get it off. Did not get it off as fast as the Ingersol titanium. That's just from personal preference. I mean, like I said, it'll work. It'll get the job done. 154 bucks. I think it's fine. How long would this last in a work environment where you're dropping it and using it a lot? I don't really know. But to be honest with you, if you're like me and you want a tool that's going to get the job done and be lightweight, you really can't go wrong with either the Ingersol titanium or pick one of these Nitro Cats up. I mean, it's half the price. And if you're a DIY guy and you're just doing some stuff, I mean, this will definitely get you by. And I'm going to pretty much use this thing for the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to see how it holds up. I'm going to most likely drop it and drag it and everything else. And I'll determine if I'm going to keep it or not. If not, I'll just throw it up on eBay and I'll sell it. But I just thought it was worth reviewing because this is the lightest impact gun that I've ever had in my hands. So I thought it was worth doing a video for you guys. So any questions, comments, if you guys have one of these, post some feedback below. Let me know if it works, if it blew up, if it's junk. I want to know about it. Autofanatic at yahoo.com. Take care, guys.